Greetings, folks. This is DC Investing. I have reached financial independence, and I talk about topics that help others on their pathway to financial independence. And today, the topic I wanted to talk to is kind of a technicality on the taxation of bonuses that you might get. And particularly in my case, I transferred some money into Robinhood this year. And as part of that, I got a promotional bonus for doing the transfer. And so now it's tax time, and I got a 1099 MISC, 1099 miscellaneous reporting on it. So I just thought I'd let you know what happens when you get promotional bonuses. How does that affect your taxes so that you can learn from the experiences that I have and then just not be caught unawares for something that might affect your overall income. And so Robinhood has some nice promotional benefits, and I think I got extra promotions because I am a gold member. And to be a gold member, you pay $5 a month to Robinhood, but then you get $1,000 of margin investing capability, which is basically what you are paying for your Robinhood Gold account. Would be the same as interest, but I've got something more to say about that towards the end of the video. So anyhow, so I transferred some funds to Robinhood, and I got some nice promotional benefits. Over the course of the year, I moved about $300,000 out of my Fidelity account over to Robinhood, and sometimes I got a 1% matching bonus, and other times I got a 2% matching bonus. Just kind of depend on whatever what the situation was at the time. And so so that was good. Overall, the bonuses that I received were about $2,600, so $2,600. So that's fun because that is free money that I did not have to work for. All I had to do was transfer my funds from one brokerage account over to another to get that benefit. And then at tax time, you get from any brokerage kind of an overarching statement. It tells you about your dividends, any capital gains that you've received. And in this case, that promotional benefit that I got of $2,600 showed up in the miscellaneous column of that overall brokerage report. And so that ends up getting inputted into TurboTax, and it's kind of interesting. There was a little exclamation point in TurboTax that I had to go in and set a. They were like, "What kind of income was this?" It didn't come in as completely understood, and so I had to go in there and mark it that it wasn't Schedule C income from a business. It wasn't something else that I'd done from sales. It was just other miscellaneous income that I had received, and so I had to mark that as other on the overall tax reporting thing. But basically, it shows up as an extra $2,600 of income that affects my taxation. And that's a good thing to know for any of you out there who are thinking of doing some transfers or getting a promotional bonus. I guess everybody needs to get taxed on any amount that's given. So just be aware that that's how that occurs. If you get that bonus, then it ends up showing as a 1099 miscellaneous amount of income that will affect your taxes. And I guess if you're in retirement and trying to manage your ACA Magi for healthcare really carefully, just know that getting a promotional bonus, you have to account for that extra income, the 1099 MISC income, in your overall, I guess, retirement income. Where could that affect someone? If you're trying to keep a ACA subsidy, you've got to manage your income below certain thresholds. And so if you got an extra $2,600 of income that you didn't expect, that could throw things off. Or if you're further in retirement and you're monitoring the IRMA thresholds, you got to make sure you're not taking out too much from a retirement account, because once you cross like $1 over an IRMA threshold, then you pay more for your Medicare costs. And so in this case, if I had, I didn't fully realize how these promotional balances would show up. So had I been right pushing up to an edge, an IRMA edge later when Medicare was an issue for me, then that could have triggered another IRMA surcharge. So anyhow, these are technical details that won't affect all investors, but they might affect somebody out there. So I'm kind of letting you know that if you do transfer some funds from one brokerage to another to get a promotional value, you might go into Webull or Robinhood or Schwab or anybody else. They offer these sometimes that you do have to account for these in your taxes. That promotional value, it showed up in my Robinhood account as soon as I moved it over. It just added to the balance as a cash benefit that then I could then spend. So it was nice when I received it, but I just have to account for that as part of the Robinhood um, tax return that I get, that I have to account for. So again, it caused me to have to do something particular in TurboTax to account for it. It did show up, but just know that any promotional benefit that you get, if you get a 1% or 2% match on it, then you have to count that as income. Now, I don't know if you move retirement funds over, if they just show up in the retirement account, not counting as income, like if you had an IRA move over or Roth account that you moved over. But that is something to kind of be aware of, that just moving or transferring funds from one brokerage account over to something like Robinhood might end up generating some income that you didn't think about originally. So there's something from my experience. I wanted to pass that along, something I learned this year. I haven't really received that before. I'd always just worked with Fidelity and moved some funds to Robinhood this year. Again, I got $2,600 just for moving stuff, and I have to leave my funds there for a number of years in order for that to work for me. So if I pull funds out, then somehow they remove the promotional benefit. So anyhow, those are my experiences I want to share with you. Thanks for being a subscriber. Give me a like for the content if it helped, and we'll see you later. Bye.